Oh wow, my computer crashed. Second time. And I wanted to do some special event that has been completely punched in the face and bleeding right now. I mean, it's bleeding one entire day of content that I've made. Let me go back to it. You know, I'm doing stress racing, baking cakes, trying to defeat Smosh, and now, like, I was tempted enough to play Hearthstone while I was running RuneScape at the same time. And all of a sudden, this is now a thing, basically. It's basically a thing where I can't play Hearthstone. Hearthstone specifically is the first game that got the honor to destroy my computer. I'm sure my computer itself is not functioning properly because the charger's messed up, and at any point it could just have a problem because I couldn't turn it on. If my computer had any battery left, it would turn on. Technically, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. You can imagine it's fake charging. I'm not supposed to charge it all the time. Yes, I am supposed to charge it because it loses a lot of power when it doesn't charge. So how the fuck do laptops even work anymore? They probably don't. Probably laptops are fucking stupid still. Stupid fucking garbage. And unreliable. I mean, that is the real question that I would ask a person who's dealing with computers. Like, what's more reliable? Of course it's gonna be a stationary computer. And you just create stations instead, because that is just way more reliable. You can't abuse technology in any way whatsoever without getting a punch in the face back. And even buying a laptop is kind of like, well, it's more expensive. Even a tablet is hard to handle. So what do you think about laptops? Something that you have to find a station for anyways. And lap is its natural station. No, it's not. It's fucking stupid that way. It's just, it seems portable, but I mean, I sent one laptop, it was destroyed for completely different reasons, but I definitely bought 3 laptops and this one survived. And it's fucking insane. It pisses me off, dude. How much money it cost. It's like, okay, I can spend it because I'm very focused on this, but at the same time, like, I need this. So if it breaks, all of a sudden I have to be prepared to buy one. Just be prepared. And it cannot be something that easily breaks anymore. So it might not be even the same thing or as good of a thing. So creating a station is so much more reliable and powerful and all these things that you need. Fuck. Also, I literally just gave up the old station that I had for a phone. Very, very old, that would probably still work. Just as, I mean, it was good. Good enough to run Skyrim. So you can imagine that, yeah, it probably would still suffice. I mean, the technology did not progress that much. Now I have to fucking suffer through this. And try not to play too many games anymore. Because now, high temperature, not something my computer can handle anymore. Too bad, you know? So I either grind on RuneScape or do Hearthstone. And now because it's a big ass choice, I'll probably will stick around with just not playing Hearthstone at all and doing something else. And that's a big deal. If you cannot play a game, I definitely cannot do both with AdventureCraft. so it's safe. I will log out and do my thing. If anything, but it still haven't happened with Adventure Craft, meaning that I probably don't even care. Hearthstone is the only one that got the wrath of insulting me, really. It's fucking weird. Assaulting me, wow. So I don't know what to do. Every single week that nothing happens with any other game, or just day, whenever I actually synchronize it with RuneScape or something. Whenever my computer is on high tempo. Also, it's fair to know that I shouldn't run Firefox. Firefox is just as powerful as a game when it comes to energy consumption. It's tough. Fucking life is tough when your computer starts breaking down and shutting down and destroying your video. The event that I was running was shit. The event that I'm running is shutting down my neighbors. Anyone who has a wonderful time going into balcony and starting to talk garbage. I mean, think about it this way. I'm not a rich kid. I live in a fucking bunker, like always. And it's gonna be a fucking disaster. Until someone fucking decides that, wow, that guy deserves a lot more in life. Huh. Wonderful. But I can't complain as well. Like, I know I'm in like sweet spot where there's a lot of people who are fucking annoying around me, but there's a lot of people who are unfortunate otherwise. And I still don't care because I am on a sweet spot, so I don't care. I just want to make sure that I operate properly. See, the sweet spot is like, I know so much that I don't know enough. I don't know the actual statistics, so I'm confident that the place that I live in is actually pretty good. You know, it's not bad nor perfect, you know, because neither of these things is something that I can have necessarily with the self-esteem that I have right now. You know, it's not like I'm gonna pick my laptop and just dump it in the trash just because, you know, I want to be in that lower tier place. And going all the way to a higher tier, it means nothing at some point, because it's so unstable. It's literally controlled by people's emotions. You know, whoever becomes famous becomes almighty and powerful and rich. It just, there's no controlling over that. And of course, people gonna try and control it and try to destabilize. So nobody with crazy actions is gonna become famous. But if we get bored, then we love crazy at the same time. There's so much going on, and the dynamics are keep on asking us a question, basically. Where the fuck is tier 4 person? There's one thing that I explained that's very important to re-explain and reinstate. I'm so fucking annoyed right now, because the event has accelerated, is here, and I have to reset everything that I've talked about, because I know the video just got deleted. OBS does not autosave anything. I just have to go for it. It's scary, but like, I can understand that. I can understand that it's almost like game's fault. Don't play games anymore, because they will burn your battery and shut you down. Like, what the fuck, dude? This is just a fucking game. It's supposed to run smooth. We're in such an age where like, but it's still, I know Hearthstone is such a fucking cancer when it comes to performance. You have no fucking idea. I'm sure someone else would pick up Hearthstone and would be like, whoa, I can I can save 50% of performance doing certain things. And certainly make it more adjustable. It's like, I don't know what these options mean. A high quality, medium quality, low quality? Does that even change anything? You know, is there Optifine for Hearthstone? Of course there are no mods for Hearthstone. They're just overlays of information that you can have. Nothing can actually modify Hearthstone because it's an online game. It's all of a sudden half of the functionality goes to shit. But I mean, Adventure Card will never be power consuming thing because it's like limited to how much RAM it consumes. So technically it's also limited to how much CPU it consumes, how much heat it requires. I don't know, but it seems that way. It seems that even Minecraft is better than Hearthstone, a fucking card game, a fucking 2D game, technically. Like, how do you fuck this up? But the only thing, again, I can't hold grudge against it, is the first game that started shutting down my computer, which is terrifying, you know, like, whoa. Short circuit my computer or something? What happened? That's fucking crazy. Not even a blue screen. I used to get blue screens from Windows all the way back when I ran out of RAM, and I had to dump like 500 well, let's say $100, $200. But back in the day, that was like fucking huge, because we lived in quite a huge inflation bump right before Brexit, because we changed to euros in our country, which is quite sad laws, by the way. I mean, it's sad laws because I do feel it was quite an inflation bump. But I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to tell because, like, you know, people have to be paid for their work as well. Like, there's so many things going on in the economy. You can't just say, oh, I could have bought this in like 30% cheaper. I can't tell right now. But it's certainly if you compare, there's certainly some kind of inflation happened. Because it's so difficult to also understand prices anymore. They could have been, I mean, people talked about it. I don't have to fucking talk about it anymore. Don't forget to buy friends, you know, because that's a thing. Someone's gonna be a slave for an entire day. Why are you buying games? Why are you doing any stupid shit when you can literally just buy friends? Unless you literally hate people, literally hate humanity. But that's the question of, like, who's doing a good enough job of being friendly in the first place? I'm not saying that I'm too toxic to be a friend, because I'm not. I probably would be great. I just don't know how. And nobody knows how. Nobody knows how they're great either. And they're definitely worse, because I already claimed tier 4. I'm like godlike tier. Like, I had to get close to death, and I never felt like I was a bad human being. I just somehow found a way to get away from everyone's attention, which is like is the most normal thing to give to everyone around you. It's like attention. That's what you give everyone around you, unless technology has created this fucking whirlwind effect of, like, you're gonna be sucked into your phone, your attention is gonna be completely destroyed, the people around you don't fucking matter anymore, and it embraces mass migration too. Why not? As a side effect, everyone feels unmanageable anymore. You don't know them, you don't want to know them, it doesn't matter. You can tune into their fucking internets and give up on life. I did that too, except I'm kind of in trouble. of like, I'm still growing up, right? I still don't have a fucking girlfriend or even access to one. I haven't dated anyone, and now like, what the fuck do I do? You know? I never established anywhere, and nobody even cared whether I'm a good person or not a good person, because people care about looks. What would they care about? They care about nothing. They care about nothing, and they're fucking bored to death, and they don't even know that yet. You know, until you poke their fucking ego bubble, and you're like, are you really entertained right now, or are you just fucking killing yourself slowly? Like, you know, that there's some crazy shit going on right now. And certainly, if you're working very hard, you're automatically entertaining yourself at least. And someone can capture that and entertain everyone else. If you're surrounded by high production, if you're a celebrity, it's a pretty easy job. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a necessity. It's a necessary job. Entertainment is highest tier thing that you need to do for everyone else. Because you have to just squeeze into other people's brain any amount of information that might be useful. Okay, a breakup song, wonderful, everyone loves it. See, another fucking biggest ass problem. I was praising Ariana for being a perfect fit. Now I don't know, cause my fucking laptop died. So my perfect fit would be anyone who fucking cared enough to buy me a new one. Oh wow, she was exactly the same fucking girl as Ariana, and she gave a laptop to someone who didn't deserve to get a laptop. Oh wait, it was her boyfriend, which naturally broke up with her the moment I stepped into a relationship, which I didn't even want it to hijack. I liked her, I wanted to help in any way I can, and help usually doesn't mean help, because people have fucking crazy egos, and the relationship got destroyed, shattered, all over the place, and I fucking started bleeding, because it exploded right in my face. Like, well, don't mess with other people's relationships. You're too strong, Guru Next. That's what I get from that. It's like, okay, but now I'm bleeding, and then I get, oh, I manipulated you. No, that's not what you did. Because manipulation means like, oh, I really like this person, or I really want something from this person. What the fuck was it that... What was that? Nothing made sense anymore for me. I put Sweet on the list, and she gave a laptop to the dude who actually lost it eventually. And it's like, wow, what the fuck happened? What happened? Someone does not appreciate anything anymore. He gets a relationship, he gets the goods, all the goods. She's fucking rich too. And they destroy their own lives, and I have to fucking witness that. And I'm like, well, the next big thing that can happen is probably just me dating a celebrity now. Because I never dated anyone anyway, so, you know, I will definitely not settle for some bullshit garbage local pieces of shit who have no idea what they're doing. Because they're just celebrating 18th birthday at that point. That's right. I'm going all the way back to someone celebrating 18th birthday, and I was 20 back then. Oh wait, that's just 5 years ago. It's like, wow. How could I forget? 5 years ago is fucking nothing. Or 6. I'm not exactly sure. 6 or 5 years ago. Because now, it's still a cold story. It's still something that they at least wouldn't want to touch anymore. Because their hearts are broken. And now I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, I recognize this personality. Nah, I guess it was Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast buys laptops to everyone. No, that was you buy things for people you really care about. Personality. and not a personality of like, look at me, I'm giving away things. That was it, you know. That was like a perfect fit. That's why I liked her. But it was like, I was testing what was the situation, to be honest, and it just completely messed it up. And now I'm like, well, I need a completely smarter person who knows what they're doing. And now I realize the girls are always weaker, but they're more established in the world. And the guys are always stronger, but they, you know, take a lot of unstable energy, a lot of new things in life. They're very good at it, but they can't really introduce themselves to society as if like, hey, look at me. The only way PewDiePie could have introduced himself into society is by dragging Marcia behind him. It's like dragging and bleeding her to death. Like that's the only way PewDiePie actually succeeded. I'm sorry. That's fucking reality right there. You know, Marcia is a pretty big deal in his life. It probably made him at least higher level of ego, if not allowing him to make more content in between and on top, and allowing other people to also take notice of, oh wait, this is a relationship, this is something real, this is something I can learn from. And I'm kind of, you know, you should get vibes of like, we're all being tricked basically. This whole thing is a fucking facade of a fake relationship that PewDiePie manufactured to become the most popular YouTuber, because he kept on doing that. He just kept on doing everything that would make him more subscribers, because that's what he attached to right now, and he just can't fucking let go. And it's fucking heartbreaking too, but because he even sacrifices being influential in order to get more subscribers. He even fucking manages to do that. Monetize his own influence of like, well, I'm gonna still sit here, no longer edit my videos, I have an editor for that, and that's cool, and I'm just gonna spit out content, react to things, like literally do the bottom of the barrel of never really interacting, never really integrating yourself to YouTube society. So it's like, well, that's probably the actual reason why you never went into 2018 YouTube Rewind and never actually fixed it. So now it's a meme, because that's the only thing that can punch you in the face anymore. Memes can punch you in the face, Pewds. And like, I'm fucking insanely upset right now because he is not even a part of the problem of my video, but now he is somehow. Crazy, right? Now, after conquering YouTube, now he's the greatest enemy of YouTube itself, and that's yet to be uncovered. I mean, I had a glimpse of that back like 2 years ago, and this is why, almost exactly why I started this entire project. I realized this is somehow connected, and then Rewind 2018 happened, and I'm like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. And T-Series happened. It's like PewDiePie's doing his own thing somehow, and I don't like it at the same time. And now I'm double checking of like, well, he's kind of shit. I still haven't even been able to destroy him using games, because those games kind of destroyed my reputation and my self-esteem. My level of perception of how the world works. Yes, it was great. It was entertaining. It was also addicting and crippling of like, what am I supposed to do? Well, I have fans over here. I don't know why I have fans over here, and I have nothing to support me going in any direction that I want. There should be just some random guy who likes random things. Anything you throw at him is like, oh yeah, throw at me anything. There should be that guy. That guy is like the most expensive, valuable thing in the universe right now. And now I'm gonna become that guy if they really want it. And I'm gonna become that guy so strong that I'm gonna fucking break the internet again. Okay, Pewds did it, I can do it too. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's like, fuck this shit, dude. So, celebrating the year of Ariana. Because, like, at first you pop, and then, we have to celebrate, because that's a celebrity. If you're not celebrating, there's something wrong with you, You gotta fucking check your lifespan. Do you want to kill yourself? That sort of stuff. Just check your mental status of like, wow, maybe I really should like a person that's very likable and sweet. Like, fuck you, dude. And the worst part is that I'm in a perfect fit with Ariana's personality. I explained why. I will explain it again. I have 2 elements. She has the other 2 elements. There are 4 elements in total. Wow. We're Avatar together. And we're an Avatar that doesn't hurt himself. Because there's that other version that beats himself up because there's something wrong. There's something crossed over or untangled in his powers. There's that possibility. There's like I don't know, tons possibilities. I don't know, dude. If there are 8 personalities in total, then there's technically 64 possible outcomes. So there's good Avatar and there's shitty Avatar within those outcomes. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. And even crazier is where you have a blood type as well. Double check science. You have 4 blood types possible. And I think they might just align with personalities as well. And I don't care anymore. I don't want to push science into existence at all. I'm just acknowledging that you can get a hint of what science is trying to observe and will never understand. Because how can you possibly understand reality? You're fucking kidding me. Yeah, you can create a laptop for me. Does that mean you understand reality all of a sudden? And it's not even made out of science. Science has nothing to do with technology. I'm sorry about that. It's scary, but it doesn't have anything to do with technology. Technology just helps science to observe things, but technology itself is not created by science, it's created by logic. Logic is what runs redstone in Minecraft, if you're not familiar. And that's what creates computers in Minecraft. If you're not familiar how computers are created, here you go. It's so easy. People are just laughing their asses off when they create a computer in Minecraft and they're like, wait, that's it? Yes, that's kind of it. Exactly. But you still have to figure out how to do the software as well. It's just as difficult and it's just as logical as anything else. So, this is huge. This is a huge topic of all kinds of things right now. And we're slowly paving the wave of taking over fucking Smosh. Because Smosh is doing its own thing. It literally ignores everything else. It tries to be the most pure leftist channel ever. And I hate politics, but at some point you have to realize that playing by YouTube's rules and regulations all the time is gonna make you successful and visible. But it's also gonna make you just kind of like a piece of shit, unstable. Someone can just literally just prick you because you don't actually care about subscribers. You're just trying to do anything that's entertaining, which is kind of crazy, right? A company that's trying to do anything that's gonna be entertaining. However, there's only 2 people that stand out in that category. And before I do that, gonna remind everyone. 7 Rings, pretty powerful thing. It's a Seed of Life reference more than anything for me. So Ariana kind of nailed it. I don't know how. I don't know what she knows. So another very problematic thing is like, thank you next is like 5 letters within the word guru next. So, and also thanking someone after being or into success, or making a successful video, and within the video saying that the song is going to be a smash. I don't understand anything anymore. How? What? How did you know, though? How did you know anything? Why am I into this? You know, and I had to listen to it on the radio while I was working in UK, and I'm like, shit, there's something is going on right now. I feel very thanked for. Yeah, until I figure out, oh, it's a breakup song. She had a boyfriend, and that boyfriend was kind of garbage on her. It definitely wasn't tier 4. I am tier 4. I'm bringing the new wave of anything you can imagine. You can't imagine. Like, you can't imagine, because it's a new generation completely. You can't fucking imagine anything. Besides, like, if you have been entertained so far and you had watched crazy good movies or crazy good series and you're feeling crazy nostalgic about certain things, I would suggest you bring back that nostalgia, because there's a lot of unsolved things in the internet. You know, people who haven't fucking solved their mental illness in the first place. People who haven't let go of their weird ways to try and become famous, but they want it. So maybe there's a way to arrange that somehow, now that we have an internet, you know, like, we can use it in certain ways. So if I am the genius who's gonna figure it out, because nobody fucking seems to know anything, they're not influencing me, that's for sure. And they're definitely not taking over the internet, because I would know about it. I'm investigating this more than anyone else in the world. Try to prove me wrong as well. Like, this investigation now is like super intense, and just putting a programmer under 1 year investigation of YouTube itself, like, okay, that it's gonna be torn apart. It's not gonna be MatPat boys, someone who just makes videos for fun, makes fun of science for fun. No, I'm the guy who plays with logic. Okay, I'm not playing with science, I'm playing with something that created computers in the first place. I'm just like, well, if you created a computer, the logic is that it's already set in stone. I don't have to worry about computers anymore. Except that's not exactly the true. We still have to wait for better technology to settle down, finally settle the fuck down, and like give me something that actually works. I still don't have it, which is fucking fascinating to me. We still don't have like the perfect distribution of computers to people who actually need it. You know, who are desperately outside of their communities and have nothing else to do but to try and connect internationally and try to claim the tier 4, tier 3 spot. I mean, that's the only way, dude. You claim tier 3 by failing to tier up to tier 4 and being like, well, I still have a talent in something, so I can still like be a celebrity within my own boundaries or whatever. And if you break those boundaries, you become tier 4, meaning that no one actually knows how to turn you into a celebrity, because nobody knows what the fuck you want to do at all. It's just you're the most unstable fucking human being. That's definitely how I feel. And it's like, well, I have multiple talents that I can pursue, but like, I'm poor. You know, like where, if I invest into one thing, it will fail and it will kill me. There's no fucking way that I am going to do anything radical in this case. The best thing I can do, the most radical thing I can do is like love someone really famous right now. And the most common thing that a man has to discover is like, you reach something And reaching something is very easy. Now you just have to wait and be patient. And maybe someone will notice you. And notice you senpai, basically. Fall in love, okay? Understand that, whoa, that's a perfect fit. Congratulations. And I have never, I put Ariana on the list and she perfectly defeats everyone else. And she's gonna be the first one to start a war, okay? I'm not exactly sure what we're fighting against, because we're not fighting against PewDiePie. PewDiePie is like the end boss of forever, okay? He's gonna be the worst guy. He's gonna be a super easy target. So it's definitely the biggest boss, because I wouldn't know what kind of army to send to him. An army of ants? I don't know. I'll probably run out of people until I defeat every other more influential group of people. It's fucking tricky, isn't it? YouTube is a fucking trickster game, dude. It's messing me with my fucking head. Most importantly, because while people are trying to be entertaining, they're also trying to hide as many flaws as they possibly can. Especially when English communities are the dominant on the internet. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Because they probably don't have a tier 4 person to look up to. You become a celebrity and then it's like, now what? Do I suck Dr. Phil's dick or whatever? No, you suck that dick to become a celebrity. So where do you go from here? Try and beat up PewDiePie? Jake Paul is fell into that trap of talking shit about PewDiePie and becoming shit himself that cannot even land on the map anymore. And got his girlfriend roasted as well, because she got on the map. Logan Paul got on the map, but he himself, the dabber of haters, also got trampled by Shane Dawson. Everyone shat on this fucking stupid dude. Everyone took a bite out of him, and it's now he's a completely unique person to YouTube, because everyone took advantage. Literally, it's his team and will not operate under his control. That's how unique this thing is. Jake Paul is fucking has a lot of things to claim. He just has to fix his fucking personality first of all, and be like, whoa, I can actually be a nice guy, and just being a nice guy will give me everything in the world that I haven't yet thought I needed. Because the first thing you have to do is well, yeah, getting sex from random hot girls is pretty cool, but maybe there's something else in life that might be just as cool. Of wait, I haven't discovered what love is, maybe. Yeah, you first have to discover what a heart is, and then you first have to figure out what blood is, because then you have to fill yourself up with blood to be able to use a heart. And then there's a lot of things you have to do, until you become a human being again, after being completely obliterated by nukes and actual haters that you cannot out-dab anymore. It's that was a Jake Paul era, and it got it's almost like Will Smith was reacting to exactly that. The nuke dropped on Jake Paul. It's I think 2017 was when Jake Paul's even got introduced, the Paul brothers, right? The actual introduction. Or they got... let's double check that. This is kind of historical peak. I believe that's when they got introduced. That's when they hit peak publicity, and they got peak... okay. YouTube 2017 rewind style. Do we have Jake Paulers? I mean, yeah. Here you go. I wasn't incorrect. Smirking on YouTube. It's oh, we're gonna do so much shit that one of us is gonna die. From coronavirus. That's what's gonna happen, dude. I mean... Oh, by the way, PewDiePie. I put him here so you could continue burning. It's kind of running gag right now. To put dead bodies under under pie. Oh boy. So yeah, we're gonna start taking over the most powerful dominant team. Nah, the second one, because now Lava, after being removed from my team, is doing pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. 2700 is definitely more than 2100. And that is about 30% more. So, significant. I'm sorry about that. 30%? Okay. Whew. So there's a lot of work to do. The real question is like, is Ari strong enough? We only have 1 week. And a week is calculated in this category as the amount of times I sleep. And that is actually less than 1 day. My sleep cycle is less than 1 day. I'm scared. I sometimes have to get a nap, but now I can't. I can't even play games. Because now it gets messed up. Every point has to come to the event. Everyone has to come to the event. It's like TanaCon for everyone ever. If you're not participating, you're not going to be interesting to anyone else. Like, what is anyone interested? Oh, TanaCon right now. Okay, now you have to participate, to jump on a trend. There's certain trends that are asking you to participate, or you will fall through the black hole of like, well, no matter what you do, no matter how mentally insane you're gonna go right now while this event is happening, nobody will care. And maybe you'll be like, wait, I wasn't mentally insane enough, and that's what's gonna break you, basically. It's like, be careful. There's certain events that are outshadowing a lot of things right now, and it's great. For me, I live my own life. I don't care. I don't think there are events. I found a lot of bored or boring people, so they can't even entertain. I don't think COVID is an event either. Okay? It's just something that actually stops events. And now you have to be creative enough to be like, what do I do fucking now? And the first thing, obviously, is like disrespect COVID, because like it destroyed something you had. You can disrespect it, but you also have to understand that you cannot reverse the process of someone just destroying your life, your career. There's a lot of careers on the line just because this fucking shit happened. Not just jobs, actual careers of celebrities on the line of like, are they gonna keep their celebrity status anymore? Or are they just gonna go to the old school celebrity status where you're like, well, I was tier 3 and everyone knows me as such, but I'm not relevant anymore, that sort of stuff. There's so many fucking dynamics to work through. My mind is exploding and I love it, because that's what I do. I just blow my own mind. I'm a creeper. Boom, That's what I do for entertainment. Until I actually blow up, I'm just sitting here blowing my own mind, and that's a thing, I have a creeper personality. It's already scientifically proven. Oh wait, I hate science. Logically proven. And logic is something you can do on your own terms. No one needs to try and replicate that, because you just have to replicate it multiple times with different kind of people, and I'm constantly doing it. I'm constantly identifying people. That way it helps me identify myself and improve my logical game. That's the only thing you have to do. It's like the first rule in logic is simplify. Second rule of logic is relate. And all of a sudden, third rule of logic is collect. And then fourth rule of logic is be happy. We can actually write it down as a token. Identify. Simplify. Sorry. So it's kind of like identifying, but it's also making sure that, like a computer is just piece of technology is not something complicated at all. You just take something that's simple for you. You don't have to worry about it too much. You don't have to worry about the latest iPhone. If someone worrying about that, they're probably discreditable. Okay, a lot of their videos can turn into shit real quick. So that's the first thing. Simplify. Relate. Meaning that, okay, it might not be technology, but it could be technology anyways. Even like a spoon. It's like, well, it's not technology, it's definitely a tool that helps you. It's very similar. But most important part is just exactly what I just mentioned. It's like you relating yourself as a human being to another human being and being like, whatever he does, technically I am doing it too, as long as I'm observing this person. And this, it's a whole nother level of trying to simplify things. No. It's a whole nother level. A human being technically is supposed to be simple, but now you're relating things. Technically you're doing the entanglement of electrons, but you first have to simplify everything into an electron. That's how you have to operate. And then you can start relating yourself, meaning that whatever one computer does, every computer can do. That's how you have to think about things all of a sudden. That's what gives your simple identities incredible power of potential, obviously. And I definitely forgot what the other points are. Collect and be happy. That's it. You have completed your stupid shit. You have to just stop, basically. Well, the rules of logic of like, well, it's very difficult to accelerate, so you're gonna exert a lot of force into doing that, but you will still have to learn how to stop too after you're reaching the stars, you know. And so collecting means that you don't just care about one thing, and that's simple as that. You care about everything. You don't get consumed by this one particular thing and focus on it too much, and it's just gonna burn your eyes out after you do that, or just burn you out as a person. So after you relate of like, well, you might have a lot of fans that want something from you, and you're very related to that, and they recognize that somehow. They get on that level of like, wow, I can actually use you. If they crack you down, that's the last thing that happens. Oh, I will use you for my advantages that I can get, whatever, right? So instead what you do is just stop relating. You start collecting. Start going outside of your not comfort zone, because it shouldn't even feel comfortable. And collect is like, if you're a programmer, you want to know something about the outside world, of how it operates without programmers. What would happen, you know? It's a collection of just crazy ass experience. It's pretty much almost like mapping, almost. The mapping part is the highest tier, is where you're happy with what you have collected, what you have invested into. Because see, before 2 years ago, the moment I started doing this, I'm like, wow, I'm collecting real quick. The collection process was real quick for me. And now I have to be happy for a really long time and be really patient, and my collection process still haven't really stopped, because I could never establish myself on being happy when I'm being poor. See, that's the trick. I'm still not established tier 4 person. I'm technically a laughing stock for anyone who wants to beat me up, basically. You know, it's like, well, no one's gonna protect you. I can just beat you up and you die, you know. Well, technically, yes. I'm also opening doors to a lot of people that may want to hurt me, but they probably can't. And if you realize how internet works, like, hurting someone seems easy. It seems like you can hack them or some stupid shit like that, but it's not. It's just not that easy. You literally have to sacrifice yourself in order to try and climb up the ladder of harming someone else. You have to expose them for where they live, and that still kind of gives them power and makes it just an unstable situation, but something that, it's an opportunity for famous people to take advantage of that and like hire some people, and all of a sudden they have guards now, or people who overwatch, people who buy property around them, so there's an Overwatch section that fans have to walk through, and all of a sudden that's what you created by exposing them to harm. Don't do that. Don't think that you can just harm someone that easily. So I'm kind of like a established tier 3 right now. Nobody cares about me because I'm not trying to tell everyone that, yeah, this is who I am. If I kept on doing Minecraft little shit project, everyone would be like, yeah, I can promote you. I can hold you all the way up because you're doing something I like. And if I keep on promoting that, I mean, it's gonna snowball eventually. There's no way out. AdventureCraft was a big deal. There was a lot of coverage of AdventureCraft. Okay, let's put it that way. And rightfully so, because it revolutionized things. But unless people settle down as celebrities, and I was the only one was like, wait, I am so powerful here. What's going on, basically? I didn't felt any pressure specifically. I was just like slowly recognizing that I had all this power to influence AdventureCraft's community. And I'm like, holy shit. Run! I kind of had to bail. My life was in danger. I was living in orphanage. I was like struggling. There was nothing I could do to help the community, and I kind of faded out of existence, but not because I had a choice. None of that shit happened. If I continued working very, very hard, I would have broken through, but my life was way worse than that. Even though I established myself and I was asked for very little of work, and I could have pushed forward, and AdventureCraft was relevant for a long, long time. It's incredible. I couldn't afford it. I picked up Unity, and I'm like, okay, maybe if I do my own thing, AdventureCraft is not gonna bother me too much. I can just recreate everything, and I did quite a lot of good work on that part. I just felt like I couldn't handle the rendering system, the system that, where you spawn in blocks and destroy them. It was laggy as hell. I didn't know how to deal with that. And the moment I discovered ray tracing, which is tier 4 at Discovery, it's engineering, completely next level, dude. I'm like, wow, that can work, and that would give me even higher tier fame, but now it requires so much work. I definitely cannot afford this. This is insane. I have to create my own community technically from ground up. It still can snowball, but at the same time I have to do 10 times more work. And it still can work, guys. It still can fucking work. That's what frustrates me the most. I have to slightly roleplay myself as a celebrity to get a little bit of attention. Slightly feed my fans or whatever. And recognize that the potential is there. And I've already exceeded expectations of many, many people. So I just have to keep on going forward with that. Because the moment the fire sparks, nothing you can do. It's gonna destroy you. So there's a little bit of breathing room while I am the only one who's recognizing this, because I had to live with myself this whole time, right? So nobody can actually pity me too much, they don't understand the situation that I'm in. So it's so fucking complicated. So complicated right now. And so a new project started. This year was supposed to be a different year, dedicated to Ariana. The last one was dedicated to Rebecca Black. And it was scary. Let's put it that way. It was scary for a good reason. I didn't necessarily know what I was doing, and now I'm like, in the back of my mind, I know I need to build a home for myself, where I'm just comfortable with whatever I'm doing, so I'm patient enough, so I'm grinding, and improving my life, because my life is almost like set in stone. It's not going to change. If I take care of my mom, if I don't allow her to buy too many expensive things, or allow her to get bullied, because there's a lot of people who came in and asked for money, which is a ridiculous thing to do, and it also got me in trouble right now. I'm like, where is it gonna go? Is it gonna go all the way to court, even for someone falling down? Because I pushed them out of my home. It's like fucking ridiculous, because they're not respectable people if they ask for money. And they got hurt. And now I'm like, what the fuck now? And they're pressing charges. What's gonna happen? What is this new world of law and order after someone just fell down? And these fucking people, these policemen are brutal when it comes to this fucking stuff. So I don't know how to interact with them. I just know I have to pretty much deny everything, but not in their face. I'm just gonna deny everything unless you put me all the way down to court, where I can actually explain myself why I'm denying myself. That's the way that I have to behave. It's like so fucking complicated, because they're so vicious. It's like, what are you attacking? You're attacking a poor person. It's not like I have a job. It's not like you're offering me a job that I would be happy to help with. I'm not asking for a huge amount of money to survive. That's all I need. I'm not being asked to create a family as a death threat by my parents, so I can still survive without a lot of money. Okay, that's great. Yeah, for some people, mother's basement is not exactly, a pretty place where they can actually live and survive. It's something that, it's a torture chamber, basically. You gotta go out there and create a family just like everyone else. American dream, motherfucker. That's not a fucking American dream. I'm sorry about that. If you are unfortunate and you can't find your place in life, you're gonna be subject to your parents' torture, and the best thing you can do is just be as suicidal as possible. Literally, just not eat until your parents become good again. That's the only way of suicide that I know. It's like, well, if you stop eating, eventually you'll eat yourself up, and the stress is gonna accelerate that process, and it's gonna hurt, but it's also gonna create so many conflicting emotions that it might turn you into a fucking beast. It might break your parents eventually. Maybe you're just gonna go fucking ham on them and go to prison for it. And it's still gonna be a better life than being a fucking mother's basement. Like, there's so many fucking dynamics to think about. How fucking crazy life is. I'm kind of glad. Okay, Hearthstone, yeah, you killed my computer, but I keep on rejuvenating myself and coming back. But now I'm traumatized. What happened to my computer after that? Fuck you, dude. I will never be able to play Hearthstone the same way ever again. It's like, this is it. It's a moment of breaking. I can play Hearthstone on my computer. That's the bottom line, basically. I can do it. So I will not produce any videos about it. I can review cards if you guys want, but I will not be able to review, show you guys the gameplay anymore. That's it. And if other games start doing it, I'll maybe change my mind of how it operates. But now that's a lockdown. That's a coronavirus. And the coronavirus is, now you can realize, if there's a crisis in society, the science is just going to throw that out there and be like, oh, well, that's some kind of virus, you know. It's going to simplify things that they have authority over. And people will just believe it, whatever it is, right? Because they have the authority. But I also have the authority, just as big as they have. Because I'm tier 4, I can beat anyone up, dude. People just have to feed me attention and love and test me whether I can actually do it or not. And until that happens, I can climb even higher. And if I reach tier 5, you will live an apocalypse, basically. You'll start living fucking... Imagine this scenario. Okay, you killed Jesus. What if Jesus would still continue living, and instead of trying to get himself killed, he tried to get every influence so you kill yourself instead, basically. You know, he died for your sins, after all. And there's a huge believer outburst from that. You can't deny that shit. There's a lot of people who just, oh yeah, that's a big dude. That's definitely a tier 4 dude. Whether he existed or not, it doesn't mean jack shit. It's almost a story about a tier 4 person who has died for you because he was scared of being tier 5 and destroying the entire world just so he could be like, I hated that. I hated that life that I received. I hated everything that I got because nobody appreciated what I received as my success could have been your success. Now, my success is gonna be your fucking disaster, dude. So tier 5 is a game over. Anyone who's in tier 4 has to be overwatched by fucking hundreds of people. Of like, if I press the wrong button, a nuke is gonna go out. Someone's gonna fucking die. At very least, from a nuke. Okay? Someone's eardrums are gonna be ruptured. Someone's gonna lose their bones. I'm still growing up, so I don't deserve respect, technically. You know, I still haven't peaked my reach. Yeah, that's what it is. Peaked my reach of every demographic ever. Okay? I haven't done that yet. I haven't become like a 40-year-old that knows everything pretty much. That has everything. Established in everything. In every way. I'm top tier celebrity status, technically. Because at the same time, I'm like, well, I kind of live lonely life. If I'm not top tier celebrity status, I would be surrounded by people who are not just working with me. They're just literally, my friends, literally something that I can equate to. It's like, well, I'm a human being, you're a human being, we did this the same amount. No, if you live under a spotlight, you grow a lot faster, you're just kind of crazier person than anyone else, and nobody can compare themselves. It's just a scary truth, but like, fuck life is a scary thing that is happening and is gonna have all the shits in the universe that can be provided. Life is just gonna stretch limits of any kind. It's so fucking frustrating. So everything. And I'm holding on to this hope that I'll get something that I like. And Ariana is one of those people right now. I'm like, well, she established. I don't think she wants to be in tier 3. I think she already proven everyone that she's breaking up. So that means she's established, but she can go higher. She doesn't have anyone holding her back. She can still start a new relationship that could make her even more powerful. That's what girls have to do. You know, the only thing that can lift them up is a new, more powerful relationship. Am I one of those people? Definitely, I'm a perfect fit for that. I'm just curious of when is it going to be discovered, you know? When is science going to be like, oh, if I put these two puzzle pieces together, crazy things start happening, okay? If I put a rich person with a poor person, crazy thing happens. When I put a girl and a guy, crazy things happens, especially if there's similar age range, which is very important. But it's that's it. I mean, if you're really trying to live your life, age range becomes more and more relevant over time. Like, it gets pretty crazy. Because you have to try and live your life just like everyone else has to try and live their life every day. Suck in all that juice. And then you're like, if you're doing drugs, you're gonna be left setback. If you're not thinking for yourself, you're gonna get a setback of like, well, you're not keeping up anymore. So years do matter. If someone is like ahead, like they might actually care about different trends completely. So I'm really fitting. Let's put it that way. Our personalities fit. All these things, like once I mentioned 4 things already, I had enough. I personally had enough. Because usually there's nothing else. When you simplify everything, there's nothing else. It's like the gender matches, the personality matches, the status matches, and yeah, the tier level matches perfectly. Everything is great now, it just has to be discovered somehow. Of like, wait, yeah, she does need a boyfriend though. It's like, yeah, you can make the best breakup song, but it has to be actually like the best. And even that fits. So I'm like, well, someone has to just discover me now. Because I would be very happy. I have collected everything up to this point. I've done everything. I've related to everyone. I simplified everything in life. I'm like, I need a fucking challenge. Please, help. Challenge me. It's like, prove me that I am not deserving of a fucking $1 million right now. You know, like, right now for everything that I've done. It's like, ask me a bunch of questions. Do anything. Internet is good at doing that. It's just very bad at discovering people and discovering, you know, the possible changes. The internet just hates change. Even though they would love it for things to change, they just hate change in general. It's like, well, I'm attached to all these nostalgic little things that I love, and I'm sure other people are attached to different things, and the internet's on a dormant state. Nobody fucking cares about anyone in the first place. Everyone cares about themselves and what they're attached to, not understanding that you have to invest into things that you like. I mean, at this point, I'm just going to become a Twitch streamer that complains about it. It's like, well, you're watching it right now. Can you invest? Please start investing so I don't fucking feel stupid about it. But obviously, it's weird. It's a weird discussion to have. Because nobody knows what your total income is, what your total status is, what your total effort accumulated is. All of these things have to be tested first. Someone has to technically control YouTube as a social platform to test people's profiles. And I am even doing that to test myself first, and then anyone else who challenges me, I'll test them for free, you know? Oh, you think you're so cool? Well, I'm being poor and broke. I'm gonna give you a free service. And I'm sure life is going to give you the rest of the, suffering and pain that comes with it, Oh, I given you the high self-esteem tag. And here are some wolves. Welcome to Arena, boys. Hunger Games, rather. The arena is an entire life that we live in right now. That's the entire arena. I just got enabled. I'm sorry about that. Enabled means ranting, being very happy, realizing the reality that I live in faster than I normally would be. Because I'm under a lot of stress, right? I'm being beaten up by something. And that something was, this time, my computer turning off. Like, you can imagine, I feel emotionless. I just understand that if my computer dies, my internet starts sucking again. I can barely use my tablet. I have to fix so many things in my life just because my computer died. And I can't bring it back up again. And it's just so many problems all of a sudden. It's death toll for me. It's too much. I can't handle this. I certainly can't handle working for anyone. Because that means that I will no longer be able to do what I love to do. It's like my life is meaningless all of a sudden. I certainly ditched a decent job that I had that was paying quite well for what it was. But I don't care anymore. I still got hurt, and it hurt. And it's like, well, why am I doing this? It's fucking stupid. I don't want anyone to feel the same way if they're, if they're different from me, if they're not my level. Don't do it. You know what's gonna happen. Except I just had to do it. My sanity couldn't keep me asleep, technically, and doing repetitive functionality as a fucking robot. I can't do it because I filled my brain with all these escape buttons of like, if I truly be a honest and humble person, someone will give me an escape. Someone will fucking help me out. Like, fuck me, dude. Something's good gonna come out of this shit. I need it. I need this thing. And I keep on trying to survive, keep on trying to put myself on a slowest slope downwards as possible. If I cannot push myself upwards, at least I mitigate the downfall. And try to survive as long as possible and get as much life as possible as well. Something that I will attach to anyways. And I'll be addicted to that, to good life, basically. It's like, well, I'm living a good life that everyone should live, except they're not doing it. They're pissing me off. They're being pieces of shit within their own shitty culture that they don't even have. They just pretend to have a culture. It's like, it's fucking crazy what's going outside. You wouldn't think it's a fucking war. It's insanity. It's the next level warfare. Just like there's next level progress in life, the next level of warfare. People think someone is going to murder them on a casual basis and think that's normal feeling to have. It's like, wow, okay. That's crazy, dude. That alone is crazy to me, because I had this in school. I see this in Smosh over and over again, perhaps maybe too many times, of like the fear of being murdered. Like, what the fuck is that? It keeps repeating as well. It's like, well, you secretly are a murderer, and that's a nice joke to have. Wow! Every single time I hear that now, I'll roast them. No, just put fire points. I let them burn. I'm like, that's a joke that I really like. Calling someone a murderer, it's not gonna traumatize them at all, It's easy. You're gonna get away from that police real quick. Because if someone flips, if someone really starts thinking about the dark side, now it's like, oh, this guy has been asking for it this whole time. Or this person, doesn't have to be a guy. So it's just so many dynamics to keep track of, and I'm taking the responsibilities, and I want to scare everyone else who are not taking responsibilities, because the world is crazy out there. Try to keep up. I mean, you have to live every day to be tier 4. That's how scary it is. My life. That's how scary my life is. And I'm trying to keep up with my life. I'm not, because I'm scared of, like, anything bad could happen, it would ruin my life. And I'm like, wait, that naturally creates a tier 4 person just if you care about yourself? Wow, no, that's cool. You know, I haven't met a tier 4 person. I just acknowledge that some people have potential to pretend that they are very high self-esteem and they rule YouTube, and YouTube can provide more than one tier 4 person. But right now, I just have to go tunnel vision on everyone because of how fitting I am to Ariana. I was like, well, that's a perfect fit, and it would completely destroy the universe if it happened, you know, if it actually fits just like I imagined, you know, like, wow, okay. So now I'm testing it. I'm dropping the nuke. I'm like, well, Ariana is so powerful and influential in my life, she can probably destroy Smosh in just a week. She can just overwhelm their score with her score. And this is the event that is blocking every other activity that I have, that anyone else has. If you're making a video right now and you think someone's gonna watch it, because that's the crazy part about YouTube. You think someone's gonna watch your videos? I'm sorry about that. I am gonna watch your videos, and I'm not gonna watch them this week. And that's the scariest thing you can say to a YouTuber. Gurnak's not gonna watch my video right now? Holy shit! I probably shouldn't make one this week. Let's have a break. Let's think about stuff. Yes, that's what you have to do. Do it. I mean, you're gonna ruin your life. I'm sure Hearthstone people right now are too excited to not self-destruct. It's like, because they're constantly dropping nukes on my face, and now I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. It's crazy. They could have done so much damage to me if I was like in the middle of something much bigger than this, but apparently I was able to recover. Holy shit, it's fucking nuts. Ugh. I had to fucking vent for 1 hour 20 minutes. It's like, how much? Because now I saw a Smosh video, and it doesn't seem to be related to anything, where it's like Shane and Courtney are fighting each other of who's gonna vent, you know. I wanna vent about my emotions. I wanna feel good too, you know. It's like a bunch of crybabies fighting each other. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm really open for it. Just vent for it. Go for it, you know. Make a video. Rant. I'm cool. I'm gonna watch it. Because the real question is like, can you beat me in my own fucking game of how frustrating life is? I don't think so. I mean, I think they're just making shit up right now. Like, how can you beat me anymore? You must be really low on. Like, I don't know. I can't wait to meet next generation of people who are definitely gonna beat me eventually. Like, someone is gonna beat me, right? So I can't wait. But right now we have to work with what we got. And Smosh is going bye-bye, motherfuckers. Day 2. So first day we collected like 300 points. That means we have quite a potential to beat Smosh already. Anyone who gets points within their team will give us points. Anyone else who gets points will mostly give us points, but if they get 5 points in a row, they get 10. So technically they can rip us apart if they wanted, the outsiders. And these are special outsiders that are camping below the Smosh team, And if they get the points, they not only rip our 5 points away, they put it here in their own bank, which we're trying to defeat in the first place. And the leaders also have to fight their own game because they have their own personal bank. So there's 2 leaders, 3 leaders if you count Ian. It's like Ian and Anthony being like brothers, super brothers. So like they're super strong when it comes to like this power level. I took Courtney already away from Smosh, and now like put them together with Ari as like, well, Courtney's probably not gonna try and damage my team by being an outsider, because even my team are outsiders right now. Even if they get any attention right now, besides this event, if they're gonna get 5 points in a row, they're gonna distract me, and they're gonna rip it apart. So that's not good. But right now it's good, okay? Right after COVID, everyone is still struggling to be like, what kind of content am I allowed to do? And it's like the funniest thing of like, they're slowly creeping in, like acting like children. Well, I already established that this year is gonna be exactly what I'm doing, and nothing stopped me from doing it. So fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna keep on praising the almighty Ariana to defeat the power of Smosh. Who has more influence now? Who has? One little fucking girl? Or an entire team of people working together? Who has it? Yeah, sure, she has a production team behind her. Who fucking cares? I don't care about that. They don't care about themselves. They never made themselves visible in the first place. So I almost like, well, they don't exist. But Smosh is a lot of faces that exist. Actually not. Just 2. Just Kimmy and Shane. Kimmy's like the juiciest girl. Neatly introduced very late in the game. Literally maybe a year ago or something, I would say. And then Shane is like the old school big ass boy who learned the tricks, who knows what he's doing. He's killing it, but he's taking too much, attention for himself. And it's like, now he's like the center of what Smosh is. It's kind of crazy. And Courtney is just kind of a weird one, because she's too powerful, so she doesn't appreciate Smosh enough. So I'm like, oh, I can just pick it up and put it in my team, because I appreciate you. I'm sorry about that. You look pretty beautiful still, and you're still on the edge of like being beautiful or not, but like, okay, I'll take it, dude. And she's doing fine, so whatever, no big deal. Now we just team up and try to take over Smosh entirely. It's like, well, I can pick this person up. Let's see what Smosh is about. So I put a bunch of celebrities in there, mostly from Rewind, but they also interacted with Emma Watson back in the day. They made an interview, and that's kind of enough just to put someone as a filler spot. There's too many filler spots. It's kind of awkward. Even Jax Films doesn't have enough interactions to be like, well, that's definitely what YouTubers I interact with the most. No, it's just Nikki Limo showed up a few times, and I just liked how she looked, and I'm like, well, that's a YouTuber I'm gonna follow eventually, right? To me, she was. Let's not jump into conclusions here, because I already roasted her in her relationship. I already discovered her. So like, their Jax Films are related, and I picked her up and put her here, and I couldn't fill up that last spot that Emma Watson somehow took, and it's awkward, but whatever. These are movie stars. Keanu, Will Smith, Watson, and then you have Ninja, who has Ligma, who is not a movie star, so he cannot hold his name as a ninja, because being a ninja is actually considerably very high tier, and I wouldn't want him to steal the name Ninja, especially when he's not even in a meme team, he's not in a PewDiePie's team, he's nowhere to be found. But here, just because he's too related to Will Smith or something, like, I don't know, I just put him here. And I don't like him either. I'm not either. He's the most unlikable guy in the whole team. He would be the first one to fall if someone else is better, you know? And on the sidelines, we definitely have to put Harry Potter just because Emma Watson is here, you know? Like, there's some dude, still exists on YouTube, still people like him probably, and I'm like, well, okay, gets 1 point so far. I'm not sure how long you can climb Radcliffe. Fucking... I mean, if you can climb up to have your last name a Radcliffe, maybe you can climb all the way up. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch Harry Potter. I'm just gonna watch clips on YouTube if anyone cares still about Harry Potter. I mean, probably people found something cool they can share, but good luck. You know, that's the whole point. Olivia is someone who never really kept up with Smosh, I would say. But she looks good enough to be like, well, she should probably be relevant. She shouldn't play a role of like Taylor Swift cat, so I'll just give her her name, but she has to start from nothing, so now here she is. Superwoman. You would think like she already deserves a good spot in the map. I am confused. She's very of a weird cringe fiesta for me, like pure cringe. It's like, well, is that really entertaining? What? It's a super what, dude? It's not a superwoman. Super what? What the fucking hell is happening? It's like someone going real nuts right now, and I can't even explain it. Is that some Indian thing that you're doing right now? I don't know, dude. It's definitely virtue signaling. Definitely showed up in 2018 YouTube Rewind, and that's exactly what this is. Literally an entire team of like 2018 YouTube Rewinders. YouTube destroyers. After Jake Paul, like who else is gonna destroy YouTube, you know? That was 2017 of like, oh, random people jumping in and, oh, they look cool. Oh, whoa, stop that shit. And then everyone else is like, well, we can kill YouTube. And it died, actually. And it's like 2019. And then COVID. Like, whoa. What the fuck? Is everything set up on YouTube? Is YouTube to blame for everything? And I'm like, you bet. You bet, dude. You bet. There's no accidents in life like this. It's fucking crazy. Alright? But Ariana still made it on 2019 YouTube Rewind, so congratulations, thumbs up. PewDiePie couldn't make it because he was in a wedding, but like you did it, so cool. Perfect fit, as I'm saying. You know, 2020, is it gonna be? When is it gonna be? YouTube Rewind. It's like 4 months left. That's cool. We can change history in 4 months, right? I don't know, dude. I'm making my own rewind. Just like PewDiePie says, well, everyone has to make their own rewinds now. I'll poop a rewind myself. And his rewind is not spectacular, but it is now better, technically. Speaking, like, wow. It's made out of memes, and I don't like memes. So he's also missing the target, I would say. I mean, YouTube did quite a good job so far until 2019. I mean, 2018 was brilliant. It was better than the other ones, straight up, just because of how outrageous it was. Virtue signaling might have been over outrageous, so they kind of puked on that one. You know, it's like, well, we also feel that way about, we're gonna push a little bit of politics, and it was a little bit too edgy and explode did right back in their face. It's okay to like do one outrageous thing, but let's do it one at a time and not blow everything up to the point where the creators themselves cannot continue their work. And technically, in that was the declaration of YouTube's disassociation from the platform. The YouTube no longer has an authority, and I'm like, I can grab YouTube CEO chair anytime I want, and I am. And please stop me if you can. You think you have influence over me? I will allow any form of influence right now. Just come on my Discord. It's a link in the description. It's like, you can't fucking miss that, okay? You can't miss that one link that's gonna sell you to slavery and not put you on Discord. Are you kidding me? Of course I sell people to slavery. No, of course. I'm just a poor person, remember? So you can trust me to sell you to slavery, because poor people can also be very influential. And that's... fuck. There's nothing that will help you press one single link in the description anymore. People are so fucking terrified. This is Discord, guys. Yeah, if anyone knows a better way to do it, you can't leave a comment, because I don't fucking give a fuck anymore. Nobody actually contacted me through comments anyways. I'm like, that's it, it's game over. Comments are garbage. I want to see profiles and, well, manage them. And not a lot of people are gonna go forward with it. It's a very tough mountain to climb, of not getting ban-hammered just because you're the biggest asshole in the universe. And that's literally the only rule in my Discord. There's plenty of sensitive Discords out there, but the only way you get banned here, you have to literally ban yourself. You have to punch me in the face and ask me, please ban me, you know? That's what you have to do. I will kick people out if they seem to be fucking creepy and weird, and they have weird names of like, I'll kick, tell you what you have to change about yourself. It's like you come over naked. I'm like, well, it's good seeing you, but you kind of need some clothes right now. And I know it's a weird thing. It's like wearing a mask. You know, people want you to do it. Not everything you have to do, but this one you probably definitely have to do, because you're literally defining yourself as a porn star, and that's not what we do here. So please, put some clothes on. You know, put a proper name. You have to figure it out. You can't just put a dick as your name and be like, yeah, that's me right now. That's my definition. Well, it's... go to a different Discord. I'll probably kick someone out and be like, go to different... promote someone else's Discord, someone who I don't like. And at this point, it's like Antvenom. Go to Antvenom's Discord, he likes naked people, you know? That sort of stuff. Alright. He likes dicks. If your name is a dick, so that's an easy cop-out right there. Let's keep going. So the event is gonna be 7 days. We already spent 1 day for 300 points. And hopefully this day is not ruined by an hour of trying to recover from a computer shutdown. And I'm baking a cake, which is very difficult to do. I only get like 50 points out of one cake. And this one doesn't seem like it's gonna get any better than 50 points. Also, Ari did not burn. What the fuck? She didn't burn. Oh. It's just my habit. I'm sorry about it. Ari went fucking crazy nuts. Because Breaking Free is a good song. Because Zed is a good producer. And Zed is like fucking mental, dude. He's gonna beat me up. I'm scared of Zed. Zed is like tier 4, but he doesn't want to admit that. So I'm scared. So I'm just gonna put him... I already did, but I'm like putting him here. In the meme team of like... Yeah, you think you're tier 4? I don't think so. It's not like you interacted with every celebrity ever and made the best music ever for them. It's no, please. No. I want you to know that she made bad music for Selena, and Ariana is breaking free from that bad music, and Katy Perry hates you 365 amount of days in the year, and then I don't remember every single song. Please don't put me on the spot. But this is my frustration that I have. I have it. I don't like it. Said, don't come any closer. I'm scared. Because his latest adventure of taking over Minecraft with Beatcraft 2 and shoving his latest single, I'm like, that's a good single. I'm increasingly more scared right now. Marshmallow doesn't scare me. Linkin Park certainly doesn't scare me anymore. And it scared me enough to make me put them in my team for a little while. So that's a big deal. Also, there's one more dude. Alan. I don't know. I don't even remember. I guess we find the song now, and we run it. I know exactly which song, by the way. Here it is, One More Light. Yeah, Alan Walker. So that could be potentially scary, but we've seen scary things. These people who make music have absolutely no voice whatsoever of their own. They're just producers. You know, just like Kurt Hugo is not a big deal on the map at all. He does not exist. What Schneider, okay, the Schneider boy with the 11 million subscribers, or how many he has. The Schneider boy. But Chrissy Constanza is the face of his channel and the face on the map, because she's fucking cute, and that's it. That's what it stands for. It's double cute, not boobs. Please don't misread this, okay? Double S cute. Cute cat. You can't say that cats are cute, so I'll have to ditch that one. It's cute. Also, they have lost the flag already, because I turned them into a pizza place. Because I literally have to burn every girl for their juice if I can help myself. Okay? Squeeze all the lemons, dude. Because now, any point they get, I get. My leader gets. That is trying to take over. You know? And there's a limited amount of time that we have for this to match against the bad boy who's already established. But if we do it, if we match it up, if we take care of our people that we just stolen pretty much, if we convince them that we're just better, that's it. We win. Smosh is ours. Smosh is sold to Defy Media once more. Defy Media, motherfuckers, is back. Because we're technically talking about war, nothing is off the table. No rules can stop me from doing whatever the fuck I want to damage their reputation and influence that they have accumulated so far. But there's only two moves that I can make. I can roast them, and I can make them look like child's play. Totally irrelevant. I still haven't figured out how to control this frost thingy. I can only leave fires as a dragon. So here it is. It's wartime. It's about time to figure shit out. And steal some points, because the moment they lose something, I gain it. Because I created it in the first place. Alright, I think I can start making changes as well. to the team, or maybe not. But I can certainly put pressure. It's fucking weird. Okay. This is one emoji that I know how to place. A cloud. Emma Watson kind of belongs in the Magic team. That's kind of how I put this together anyways. And Nicki Minaj would definitely belong here if Ari controls the team and takes a cut in the leadership. Technically takes the throne, let's put it that way. But we still have to fucking fight real hard with dragons. We need dragons, more dragons. No, that's not gonna work at all. I haven't calculated the score, but it does look like decent. Okay, it looks decent. It looks like we can get 300 a day quite easily. So, and it's gonna get better and better every time. Even if it's just a little bit better, it should be good enough to at least make me not sleep. Because again, if I sleep 7 times, it's game over. So that's all I have to do. One thing that I think I can do, however, is try and reshuffle the team so I don't have something like Ninja, but I can have something like Swoozie or Superwoman. I'm not sure if Gus Johnson is good enough. So, yeah, after 2 days I should be able to decide who can replace who. I think Will Smith really looked like garbage in a Superwoman video. Like, Superwoman literally made a video that took credit from Will Smith. And then you have Swoozie, that's just generally better YouTuber than Ninja. I mean, we're talking about YouTubers here. And YouTubers have very great name on themselves. Meaning that if we reshuffle the team, we should probably take away quite a bit of credit, because these are not YouTubers in the first place. My real question is, how do we steal their points right now? Because there's very little thing we can do to interact with that specifically right now. But maybe there is. Maybe we can roast them. I wish roasting was actually a positive experience. Wow. Now I'm kind of getting in a crossfire with how everything's supposed to work. But now I feel this shuffle is a lot cooler than it used to be. I'm just not sure what Gus Johnson is going to do about it. Maybe he finds a better place, because it feels crowded now. I don't think Keanu can be beaten that easily, like these two. So, that will be the next awkward one. Watson is already a replaceability with Nicki Minaj, but who knows? So now with that in hand, I might change my behavior, because I'm like withholding my breath against these two guys. Again, if these people get points, they flow to the new leader. If these guys get points, they flow to the old one. Because we're still supposed to just focus on the team and not focus on anyone else. So technically they still belong to the old team. It's kind of confusing, the reasoning. While everyone else can also steal points from me, except these guys can do significant damage to the race itself. And rightfully so. I think there is a good comparison between outsiders and then outsider insiders or rogues. Oh wow, Blizzard's definitely added that secret passage, isn't it? That's how it feels like to me. I mean, it's the best card in Hearthstone right now for the new expansion. Secret passage. I kind of getting myself into a new invention completely. Lollipop and hot pepper. But I also used this and the cherry as a compromise to this. Which one do I do? I guess I do have to do a lollipop, right? Or is cherry better? Probably cherry better. But cherry already... Oh, fuck. Is strawberry. That's even worse. But lollipop sounds like shit. Oh my god, I'll have to figure it out. Basically, all the elements should be able to coexist all together. What's wrong with that, right? And me making rant videos, I should get a bunch of these guys. Hot peppers. Yeah. Give me that. And these are positive and negative elements that you can collect. And that way I'll be able to better affect the team status, basically. It's like this team status is almost like an establishment and can become so toxic that it has to fall apart eventually and turn into something new. That could be something. Absolutely. Because there would be just very, very specific ways that you can fix or reset the status of your team. And I don't know what that is because it's too specific. But it sounds good. That's interesting. I'm gonna cut the dragon in half. And it kind of aligns with the sweetness score as well. But just like my principle in life to not reject anyone, I don't think this snowflake is gonna rise at all. I try not to reject anyone. I don't remember anything like that. And I don't even know how to define it besides rejection and being childish. That's what I said. But I don't know. Still supposed to learn about these ones. Okay. About all of them, because how to roast. I don't know how to roast. Yeah, people detect something wrong, essentially, but what is wrong? You know, like, so difficult. All of these things are super difficult. Positive ones as well. Because I awkwardly put positive something else into positive section because I have no idea how to manage these at all. At all. And that would be a completely next episode, basically. Trying to figure it all out. I guess I'll slowly add them in. I don't know. I guess the snowflake is more like cringe. If like the meme does not capture the right emotion, it turns into cringe because it's like a feeling of like, no, I don't think so. You know, that sort of feeling. So I imagine because crying is so difficult, every tier would be an equivalent to 1 point of here. Not just like 0.1. Straight up 1 point. It's really extremely difficult to cry. Maybe not on demand, it has to be actually meaningful. Not onion cry. Not fake. But yeah, that would be worth 1 point. Which is ridiculous. I want it now, dude. I want it now. So yeah, the fighter would be something that someone did wrong or outrageous. It's like, wow, how could could you have done something like this? And this is just a disappointment, something that has not been done for a long time, and like someone not being acknowledged or something like that. That's disappointing, and that's perfect. It's so fucking insane, like treating my computer as like a dying thing every single time my charger gets disconnected. In terms of like I can't do anything. It just gets disconnected. And I have to find the right angle in which it has to be connected. It's like, what the fuck, man? And now I get to feel how my computer can die again. Oh, I just need a new charger, but no. Of course I would love to have a new charger. But I would love to get into a habit of buying things that help me right now and not feel like I'm running out of money. That's the first feeling that I want to take care about. Not buying a charger. Jesus. I recognize what generates positive score in here, which is a 0, is meditation. You literally just be alone with yourself. That's why I have complete 0. That's what defines me as super lonely. I can't reject anyone. I just can't. It's impossible. Yeah, I already know what the next year is gonna be like. I'll actually start vlogging again, and there's gonna be a video, essentially a message to Ariana Grande, where she can actually see me and consume a 2-minute video or something, where I cram everything, like everything, as best as I can. That's the best that I can think of, unless I stop caring about her for some reason next year. You know, it's like, well, Rebecca Black figured out how to make sure I care about her, so that's a big achievement. And I'll dedicate the next year for Taylor, because she's fire, and I have to just follow the weird pattern of wind, water, fire, and then earth, which is a counter pattern. Counter pattern. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but exactly the opposite. It's scissors, paper, rock. That's the pattern. Does it mean anything? I don't know. Kind of. It at least works right now. Very, very well. I doubt I'll be able to finish this video, so I have to save it and stop it right away. 2 hours. Because my fucking charger just died. Okay, my computer technically died now. And I will not even have internet anymore. So I'll try and send it to fix it. If there's a quick fix, that would be super satisfying. Otherwise, I'll be stuck fucking frustrated and dead anyways with my computer. I mean, like, I need it fixed. I need to be comfortable once and for all. Like, fuck. So yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's definitely a big old crash in my life once again.